Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Welcome to the Enter The Fangirls podcast. I'm Sam.
I'm Lexie, and we're two girls with a slight obsession of everything pop culture.
We're together.
Yeah, this is weird.
This is very weird.
It's like meeting all over again. First
Oh
time.
my god, yeah. If you couldn't tell though, we're gonna be talking Jurassic World Dominion. We saw it last night, so it's like very fresh in the mind. This could be bad. This whole setup. We are currently set on a box. The microphone is literally right here on the bed. Just apologies in advance. So we wanted to get this up and recorded because we need to talk about it.
Yeah. Because it was, if you didn't watch our most anticipated movies of 2022, this was it. This was it.
Yeah. And we have different opinions on it too.
Yeah, we do.
So that makes it more interesting, I think.
Yeah.
Also, don't have a structure.
Zero.
We never do.
There's about zero ways to have a structure for this. First off, it's 2.5 hours long.
Also, this movie has no structure.
Fair point. Yeah, everything what I was expecting it to be was not anything.
Yeah, should we give like a little like spoiler-free one at the beginning, just like kind of base our thoughts a little bit?
Of like what do you mean?
A basic feeling of it, like how you felt about it. You were just kind of going.
Okay, no, that's fine. It was just not what I was expecting, and it wasn't like in a super awful way, but it could have been done so much better in my opinion.
It could have been. I'll talk about it more like when we get into spoilers, but like I also said in my Letterboxd review that this feels more like a middle movie than a finale.
I think I read that someone said, or did you say this could have been a second movie?
I said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can see it.
We can't really say it without like spoilers though. So.
Yeah.
I think if you are a big fan of the movies, like obviously go see it, but don't expect like
just if you're
don't
want to
go
see
in
Laura Dern. I would go see for Laura Dern.
Go see it for the OGs, but don't expect a replica of greatness of the first Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it's not.
I think we expected that too much.
I was expecting to go out with a fucking bang.
I was expecting to give it 5 stars.
People were like, "Oh, I noticed it from the trailer that this wasn't going to be good."
And I was like, so good.
Or was I just too starstruck?
I was just going to say, were we too blinded by the Laura Dern effect?
Yeah, probably. So, yeah, I mean,
you gave it 2.5, right?
Yeah, I did.
I gave it 3.5. So
I gave it 2.5 if I like for the taking out of like Laura Dern, Sam Neill, and Jeff Goldblum.
Okay, well, I didn't take them out.
I didn't fully take them out, but I looked past that. I think you're still a little blinded by them.
I know.
Which is fine. I like still am.
Maybe my thoughts will change as we do this though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, but first, if you haven't seen the second movie,
we'll get
the first Jurassic World. If you don't know what it's about, you're living under a rock.
It's basically Jurassic Park, just set in a bigger, more modern landscape.
And the park actually opened, rather as Jurassic Park. This was like the test trial, and clearly did not make it out.
Why would you try again? But that's
why wouldn't you try again?
True. I'd
go. We would go. My Letterboxd review for the first one is I would still go. But the second one is
second Jurassic World.
Yeah, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. They take them out of the dinosaurs out of Isla Nublar. Is that right? How you pronounce it?
Sorry, I'm just thinking the first Jurassic Park is the same kind of as the first Jurassic World, and then the second Jurassic Park is kind of the same as the second Jurassic World.
I don't remember the second and third, so
they both like go into the city, into the real world. Except the T-Rex actually gets in the city and is like wandering around in the second one and the original. Cool. We need to watch number 2 and 3.
Yeah, we do. So, but yes. So they're being taken off the island for there's a separate plan. It's not like to save dinosaurs, it's to then have the rich auction them.
Yeah, I think they want to like do like, is it for fighting like wars and stuff?
Was it for that? I thought it was just kind of like cool for the rich to have dinosaurs.
It's probably a mix of both.
Yeah. And then obviously
if I was rich, I'd buy a dinosaur.
Oh, so would I. I'd buy Blue.
Oh yeah, I want a T-Rex. No, wait, I want I want
A brachiosaurus.
brachiosaurus.
What's mine again?
Yours, I think, is a triceratops.
Triceratops. With little baby.
No, wait, he's a stegosaurus.
Thank you.
I think.
Thank you. Stegosaurus. The Triceratops have the horns, right?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's the one I want.
Yeah, we bought Kinder eggs just so that we could get the little dinosaurs.
Well,
So if you can't tell, that's how excited we were for this movie.
yeah, we literally bought these shirts and we bought pens.
Did we eat the chocolate?
No, it wasn't. My chocolate was melted. So
Oh yeah, mine we have pins.
Back to the second movie. Owen and Claire are obviously clearly not happy that they're being sold.
Yeah.
And by the end of the movie, the dinosaurs are released into the world. And that's like the whole setup for like this movie is living amongst dinosaurs in the modern world.
Don't
Get it. We do, but
we
don't.
do, but we don't.
Because like we were talking about before, I was like, I don't understand how they're going to extinct an entire dinosaur population all across the world.
There was such a cool shot that I really thought they were going to keep going with it. I'll talk about it later.
Okay, I don't know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Maybe we should just jump into spoilers though, because
Yeah. Okay. So the movie kicks off, which
spoilers now.
Yeah,
Go away if you
yeah,
haven't watched this.
We're living amongst dinosaurs.
Yeah,
and,
isn't it like a news?
Yeah, now
cast?
this, if you've ever seen that, they're talking about like dinosaur deaths and like trying to ban the dinosaurs or trying to get them extinct, something like that. Like they don't want to live them.
Well,
amongst them.
obviously.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I just know there's like a bunch of videos.
Where's Claire in the beginning of the movie? I know what Owen's. Oh, Claire. Oh,
Claire is rescuing them.
yes, they're
with the other two that I cannot remember the name of.
I know, but they were in the second one. But like people are breeding dinosaurs now illegally. And that's what Claire is becoming like an activist for that. And like
she's like stealing them in the middle of the night.
Instead of like cattle farms, they're dinosaur farms.
Yeah.
Owen's living his best life being a dinosaur wrangler.
It was so funny.
It was hilarious. And then they've kept Macy, who, if you don't know from the second movie, Macy was genetically created, putting that in quotations because we'll touch on that later. And she's living with them, but they're in like a secluded area in Nevada. Is it? Like
I think it was Nevada.
In like the middle of the woods. And Macy can't go because people are like looking for her because they want to know like, how she was created.
They don't let her pass the bridge.
Yeah, which she still does.
She still goes.
I mean, if I was living in the middle of nowhere, Nevada, I probably would too, because it's not like you're in the city. But if there
were T-Rexes and raptors running around, would you?
Yeah, I would. I don't understand. Have we not said that we would still go to Jurassic World? What's
but that's a little more. No, it isn't. Never mind. No. Okay, no, I would go too probably, but I'd be like scared shitless.
No, I wouldn't be.
But I did say, what a way to go.
Yeah. Oh, and there's poachers for dinosaurs, and they're trying to find Blue, which Blue is roaming freely in the Nevada wilderness, as she should.
Blue is a baby too.
Yeah, Blue's a mom.
Blue,
which
it's so cute.
Do we find out later that how Beta was made? That's her baby's name is Beta.
Yeah, we find out in like an hour or so after we meet her.
Okay.
And it's because Blue
somehow has
Blue is
the Virgin Mary, basically.
Yeah, no, apparently so Dr. Wu?
I think it's
Henry Wu?
Yeah, I think so.
Sorry if I'm wrong. Bad with names right now. Too many characters. But I guess when they were making Blue, they needed to fill in gaps in the DNA, so they used monitor lizard, I think. And apparently monitor lizards can have babies without like actually having a partner. So she like got herself pregnant and Beta was born. Who's so cute and looks just like her because they're identical.
Mm-hmm.
Which comes into play again later.
Yes. So from there.
But then, from there, so we're caught up with Claire and Owen, and then we go to Texas.
Yes. So this is where
I think it's Texas.
Yeah, it's Texas. And this is where the movie really starts to lose me. And it's only like 30 minutes in. I don't give a shit about the bugs. I want the dinosaurs.
I wasn't thinking. Oh, wait. I was thinking that's where we meet Sam and Laura. That isn't.
Oh my God, no.
Okay, never mind. That part's great though.
So there's like some like huge ass bug infestation.
Okay,
going
you wanna know
on.
what I thought this was?
Maybe we should discuss bison first.
Yeah, we did say we were gonna start with
Yeah, okay.
So no, because I guess we kind of need to talk about the bugs. No, we don't.
No, we need to talk bison first because there's parts of why the bugs aren't eating.
Okay,
other
welcome
crops.
to the Enter The Fangirls podcast.
So basically the whole plot of this movie is there is this genetic, is it like a genetic thing? Company called Bias, and the dude straight up looks like Steve Jobs. I thought that was him if he wasn't dead.
Yeah, it's like a
pharmaceutical maybe
something
thing
like that.
They're trying.
They like have like seeds and everything for plants, and
Yeah,
kind
their
of
whole
taking
thing is
over
to
everything.
use dinosaurs to help come out with like medication and cures for shit, or like try to have a better well-being for the world. Is that like a good way to describe it?
Yeah, I didn't
yeah.
really follow it.
No.
Again, it should have been a second movie thing.
Yeah.
I also wonder, like, was that set up at all in the last two? I don't think it
No,
was.
it wasn't. Bison has just come out of nowhere, which I thought was bizarre.
I think that would have been better if
It was touched upon.
they did it in the first movie and then they were dealing with like these people coming in and being like, "Okay, we want to like take your dinosaurs and we want to use them to like cure these illnesses and stuff."
Yeah.
And then that could have fed into this, and I think it would have been a lot more cohesive. But this
Yeah.
feels like they pulled it straight out of their ass.
No, they really did.
The bios and stuff makes no sense. It doesn't fit in here. Like
Especially,
it does
no,
because
it
of
doesn't.
the storyline they go with, but they had to make the storyline go with this random thing that they made up. Like we
Bison?
couldn't have just had them deal with the dinosaurs.
No, like Bison, like the dinosaur, Bison, and then the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are these. They're the backbone, but they're also the smallest factor in Bison.
For a movie called Jurassic Park, it's basically just Bison Park.
Yes.
But honestly, like I wonder if maybe that was the only way they can come up with to bring Ellie back. But like,
what was Ellie not a paleontologist?
She's not a plantologist, but that's what she does. She studies plants.
Oh, okay.
That's why in the first one she's like going through and she's like, "Oh, you have these poisonous plants here," and it's going through like the
Gotcha.
doo-doo.
Okay.
But,
I
like,
also just
still-
learned that Jeff Goldblum, Ian, is like the
mathematician and a chaotician.
Yeah, never knew that was a thing. So love that, which makes a lot of sense if you watch the second movie now.
Yeah. But yeah, so then Biosyn, we go to Texas, and there are these kids, and they're feeding like chickens. They live on a farm. I thought they were going to get eaten.
I thought they were feeding dinosaurs, to be honest. And I was like, that would have been so much
fun. I was expecting like a dinosaur to come in and eat the chickens or something like that, and the kids get traumatized. No, instead these like
bugs,
like, probably like come out of nowhere. They look like giant mosquitoes. That's what I thought they were. I'm like, are these just like mosquitoes, and they're like getting these new mosquitoes to like.
My brother just texted me his partial review of Dominion. Like we didn't see it with him yesterday. Want to come home and be on the podcast? Okay, so then these bugs I also thought were part dinosaur. Their heads looked like dinosaurs.
So what I thought they were because obviously we know like the reason they were able to get the dino DNA was from the mosquitoes. I thought these were giant mosquitoes.
Yes. We should also say Bison is in Italy, like middle of nowhere Italy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so giant bugs.
Yeah, no, so I thought they were mosquitoes, and I thought that was just like they're like taking these dinosaurs' DNA to like create more dinosaurs. That's what I thought that was. Yeah. It's not.
No, there's like millions, thousands. Like
I don't even know how to just okay, no, actually in my review, I described it as you've never seen Mimic. I don't think anybody who's watching this has actually seen Mimic, but it's about like this doctor and they do I haven't watched it in a while, but it's about giant cockroaches that take over the city. That's what this felt like. It felt like a bigger budget version of that. So like, I don't know, like I don't get it. I don't really get what the point of it was.
I think it was
it literally just feels like a Mimic remake. And I need you to watch that so you get what I'm trying to say here.
Is it like the rats, but like
but cockroaches.
Cockroaches. Okay. There.
Like a giant cockroach.
Okay.
That flies and is a human sized. It's disgusting.
Is this what like Riverdale was about?
Wasn't there the Mothman? Or was he an alien? Anyway, Yeah, but they like fly and they're like eating all the plants, and they look like they honestly look like a dust bowl or something like that. Like just like as if like this, like it looks like a tornado actually, like when they all start going. I don't fully get why they went this route.
No.
Like I can't figure out why they decided to introduce this now. Like surely there was other things they could have done.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you have dinosaurs living in the world with you.
There's so much.
Also, want to talk about the fact, why wasn't the T-Rex at the drive-in scene in the movie? I was so looking forward to that.
Okay, but I also looked up the director on Letterboxd, and the 5-minute like prequel thing is its own separate thing, which I think is stupid.
I think that's very stupid. I really wanted the T-Rex at the drive-in. That's so scary.
Good. So good.
Yeah, so from there, the mom of those kids calls the one and only Ellie Sattler, and she is dressed exactly like she was in the first one. She does the whole thing where she gets up and she like takes off her glasses and is looking out. It's like, if you are a mega fan of the first one, they feed you so well.
The nostalgia really hit you.
I cried. I like teared up. It got me a couple times. It's
the music, and then every time
the music came in when it was one of the OGs, I'm just like,
yeah.
Also the blue stuff. I cried over a raptor at the end of this movie.
No, it's fine. As you should. It was really.
It was like, very traumatic.
It was touching.
This movie is traumatic. Yeah. So Ellie comes in. I want to look up what she actually is. I just keep wanting to call her a plantologist, and she's not a plantologist.
Is she an ecologist?
That might be it. Paleobotanist. That's what she is.
Okay, that sounds like
so. So she like studies plants.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking at her thing.
No, you're good. Also, Laura Dern's ass in this movie just
Laura
deserves
Dern's
like
ass
its
is
own
so
little
nice.
credit.
We literally looked at each other at one point and we're like, when did Laura Dern's ass get so nice?
It looked phenomenal.
Also, at one point when we're like, wait, I'm like, is that gonna be Sam? And I'm like, that's Sam's butt, 100%.
Yeah.
Love that we can recognize these. But,
yeah. But from there, Ellie comes and she
I'm trying to figure out what exactly
No,
paleobotany is, and how she's also a dinosaur doctor. Paleobotany, which is spelled as something, is the branch of botany dealing with the recovery and identification of plant remains from geological context. So she like studies plants from the Cretaceous periods.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
Okay, that makes sense. Like there's fossils of plants, so she can figure that out.
Yeah, so that's why she gets called, and they're trying to figure it out. And then she goes, where is he?
Sam's in Utah.
Sam, you keep calling him Sam. His name's Alan.
So, and I keep wanting to call it Ian Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Utah?
Yeah. I think it's
Utah. We go to Utah, and Alan is like, is he teaching like university age kids or like high school students like about paleontology?
He might be doing his own dig, but to get the funding for it, it's becoming a tourist attraction.
Right. So then one of his like crew members comes down, he's like, you're gonna want to see this. We walks back to the tent. And literally at one point I remember this, you're like on my arm.
Yeah. I mean, it's in the trailer, but just to see it.
Just like, because you knew as soon as he's like, you're going to want to see this, you're like, okay, this is going to be when he sees Ellie again.
Yeah.
When I tell y'all, I have been shipping them for so many years. I mean it. We had this discussion when we rewatched Jurassic Park the other night. We're like, hey, were they together? Is this a thing?
It wasn't. It was never directly stated.
No.
Besides, Ian said, "Are you two?"
Yeah, but we don't know if that was like actually true or if that was just like Alan being like,
yeah,
no, I want her, not you.
Yeah.
But like, there was also kisses cut from the first movie, which Steven Spielberg, I'm under your bed, I'm coming for you for that. But yeah, so I think it was like hinted, but they weren't together in the book. So
I haven't read the book, so I have zero idea.
It's very confusing, honestly. I don't know how your brother read that.
It took him a while.
I
to read
skipped
it.
a lot of it because I did not understand, which is probably
I
why
don't
I
even
didn't
know when
understand.
he has time to read.
It's so like sciencey, like it tells you all the DNA stuff. So like, I don't. Does Michael Crichton have like he's the author of the book? Does he have like a degree in this kind of
He
stuff? 'Cause
might,
it's so
actually.
smart sounding. Yeah. Anyway, so they like reunite, and she tells him she's like, I think she has one of the bugs, and she brings it to him.
The kids captured one of the bugs.
Yeah. So she brings it to him, and she's like, "This thing, what is it?" And then she tells him that she got an invite to Biosyn.
Because our old pal Ian works for them.
Hell yeah, he does.
Our chaotician, whatever he is.
Yeah.
Super random. And he also wrote a book, apparently.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, it doesn't.
But we go to him then because she's like, "You coming?" And he does, because who wouldn't follow Laura Dern? I would. But then they go.
We might have to split a little bit of storylines here because we need to talk about Owen, Claire, and Macy again.
Yeah, but like first they go like meet up with Ian at the wherever he's at. I don't know where.
No,
where
they don't. Ian's in Italy.
Is he in Italy?
Yes, he's teaching a class.
It's in Italy?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where the Biosyn headquarters is.
Why do I think they fly there? Did they not?
Yes, from Pennsylvania with the dinosaurs to Italy. And we also got a really cute shot of Laura Dern and Elliot and Alan sleeping on each other on the plane.
Yeah, it was a mirror to Fallen Kingdom when Claire is sleeping on Owen's chest and he wakes up first and like it kind of like notices her, but then she starts to move and he's like pretends to be back asleep. That was like this whole thing. I'm gonna go back to the movie just so I can see
more of the kids sleeping on Alan in the first one, and now Ellie's sleeping on Alan. It's fine. Never mind at all.
Although I like that they weren't offered about it, like, because that's why I thought I'm like Claire and Owen, because she like immediately like kind of like backed up and was like, "Oh, I didn't do that."
Yeah.
But like, no, Ellie's just like perfectly content sleeping on him, which is adorable to me.
It was really
cute. Yeah, so after that we go back to
we have
to it's so confusing. They flip so much.
They do, and there's like about 4 different storylines. There's really like 3. I think we just need to talk about Owen, Claire, and Macy and them before we go back to Alan, Ellie, and whatever's going on at Biosyn, because then Macy gets moved.
Yeah,
so back in Nevada with the poachers, someone's like stalking Owen and like finds where they are. And
he follows Owen home.
Yeah, and I don't remember this dude's name.
Did he have one?
He did. I just don't remember it.
We'll call him Poacher Dude.
And he was like, "Oh, I found the dinosaur and the girl." So
yeah, because they're looking for Maisie because
and Macy,
Claire and Owen kidnapped her,
but they're a cute little family, and I'm all here for it.
I think she went willingly with them, but
so Macy is like trying to be a little rebellious because obviously she's like 14 years old and she's like, I want to see the world. Like I don't want to be held captive here.
Yeah.
So
because it's like a 4-year time jump. I think at some point they mentioned it's been 4 years, which like you would think like there'd be a little more mention of like the fact that the population has probably dwindled a lot.
No, clearly I think it's grown. No, they only have 37 dinosaur deaths in the past year.
Good for them.
I know, right? So maybe this could work. You see, dinosaurs are safer than guns, apparently.
Okay, we're not getting political here.
There. But so Macy gets in a fight with Owen and she runs off.
No, she gets in a fight with Claire.
She gets in a fight with both of them.
She gets in a fight with both of them, but she's like putting Claire through with this movie.
Yeah.
Claire's a little needy though, so.
She is. So they get into a fight and the poachers are there and they wind up stealing Blue. No, they wind up stealing Beta,
which is Blue's baby.
And they also wind up kidnapping Macy.
Yeah.
And these people work for Biosyn.
Also, like, really lucky that Owen saw them take Maisie because, like, otherwise they probably wouldn't have been able to find her.
Yeah, no. No way in hell.
Movie magic.
Yes. So then obviously Claire and Owen want to get their kidnapped child back, which they kidnapped it. It's fine. It's fine. So the boy from the second movie is now working for the CIA. And apparently,
What is his
I don't
name?
remember. You also have to look up the new character in this one's name.
Michaela.
Thank you. Is it really?
I remember her name.
I don't know why I didn't think that was.
I think it's like Michaela or Kayla, but it's not really.
Okay. But whatever that dude's name is, he's working for the CIA, and he's like
Franklin.
He says that they're working for bison or they're for poacher, something along those lines.
Sorry, her name's Kayla, not Kayla, but same thing.
Okay. And
we'll get to her, though.
There's some dude working for them on the inside to stop them. So
and I think his name is Rams. Nope, that's not the right one.
No, it's
Barry.
No, they have Barry go with him. No,
Okay.
There's another dude.
Okay, well, I don't know who he was.
So should we do a long story short with this?
Yeah.
They go to like Malaysia, and apparently there's underground dinosaur fighting.
Yeah.
And
we should also mention here that Kayla is a new character, and she is transporting, I think, the dinosaurs.
She's transporting dinosaurs.
So at one point she transports Beta, and or picks him up, something like that.
Yeah.
And at the same time she sees Maisie, and she can tell something's like off about it, but she isn't gonna say anything. She's like, that's not my place. Yeah. But she like definitely noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
So then when Claire and Owen end up in Malaysia, she's there as well, and she's in the bathroom at the same time as Claire. And Claire asks her, she's like, have you seen this girl? And she's like, she isn't going to say anything. She was about to walk away. And she's like, I did see her. And I didn't say anything. And she's like, but I guess now, like, it's never too late to do the right thing. Yeah. So they team up. And because Kayla's a pilot as well.
Yes.
So she's like able to kind of fly them and help them figure it out.
There's a lot of people in this
There's
one
so
little bit of this
many
movie.
people.
So like, I can't even touch upon.
But the girl...
There's one girl that works for Bison and is trying.
Looks like Aquafina.
She does.
Her name is Soyona.
Sure.
We'll call her Aquafina.
Oh my god, don't call her
okay,
Aquafina.
Santos is her last name.
Okay, Santos. And she works for Bison, and she's trying to get Macy and Beta over to Bison.
Yeah. And she gets Beta.
She does get Beta.
But she also has they're not raptors. Are they raptors? They're raptors.
Yeah, but they're like highly trained raptors.
Yeah, so her thing is that they have these raptors, and she nurtured them so much that she can just point a laser at somebody and the raptor will attack them and like not
with
stop
sound as
dead.
well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they did that to Owen, Claire, and everyone else helping them.
Yeah. So like we literally get probably like a 10-15 minute just chase sequence of these raptors chasing Claire and Owen and Kayla everyone.
And then long story short, they get Kayla and Claire go to a plane. Claire
falls off a balcony into a truck that Kayla steals. And then they end up getting on a plane. Owen rides his motorcycle onto the plane. They get off, they're fine. But then someone from Biosyn, I think
Steve Jobs, whatever his name is.
No, it's the girl. But she actually like turns it off. But I think Steve like tells her to. She like hijacks the plane or something like that to make it go down.
But we have to get to Owen getting on the plane.
I told them, but he goes on the motorcycle and he flies a bit.
Okay. Yeah. And then someone that works for Biosyn turns off the air flying thing for the pterodactyls. Yeah. There's something with the pterodactyls and like flying in their airspace, and then that's when the pterodactyls attack the plane.
So that's okay. So yeah, then the plane goes down because the pterodactyls.
Yeah.
So much going on in this first hour.
Yeah.
The Malaysia stuff is so confusing just because there's so much going on constantly.
Was it really needed though? No, not really. No.
Because we're following Owen doing his own thing, but we're also following Claire and Kayla.
Yeah.
And they finally come together, but then they're separated again because the plane is going down and Claire is in the only seat that has an ejector.
Yeah.
So she shoots herself out of the plane.
I also want to know why they didn't think about the pterodactyls trying to attack her.
Yeah.
While
She might have
coming
been safer.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, so the pterodactyls tear apart the parachute and knock her down anyway.
Yeah. She's fine.
Yeah.
But obviously since the pterodactyls attacked the plane, they crash into what seems to be a lake on top of like a building. Like a pool on top of a building because there's water.
Yeah, but it's not a building, I don't think.
Really? I thought it was.
No, I think it's in the mountains.
Oh,
but there's like a building nearby, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
I don't know. It's not important.
Yeah.
They crash.
They crash and then they try to find out their own little dinosaur, which is also apparently can swim underwater.
That was kind of cool.
That was.
The dinosaurs they introduced in this one are really cool.
Yeah. And we're none of these are actual dinosaurs. Like they're not like
so.
Okay, because that's what bison thing is, that they're like not breeding or like genetically making dinosaurs. They're just trying.
Yeah, they're getting attacked by another dinosaur while Claire is also being attacked by a dinosaur, which I thought this one was like kind of cool.
Oh,
like
I
this
loved
whole like
the scene
attack
of her in the water.
Yeah, she like goes underwater because this like giant, I think he's blind. I think it's blind because when it goes right past her, its eyes are like white and cloudy. So I think it's blind. So she just can't make any noise. So she ends up going through the water as it's like chasing her. And then she goes under and it like goes to like a shot where it's half above, half below. Cinematography, wonderful.
Yeah.
And you just see the dinosaur like roar into the water, and his head is right here and hers is like right here under the water. And it's so scary. It's like so anxiety inducing, but it's such a cool shot.
It is.
She gets away fine though.
Yeah, she's good.
This is the Edward Scissorhands looking dinosaur, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. Which I wish I knew these names because at the end they fight a lot and I just don't know which is which.
Would we have even remembered them anyway?
No. It's apparently the biggest carnivore to ever live on this earth though. So if you know that dinosaur.
Okay, which is very surprising to me because I'm pretty sure that Ellie asked what it is, and I'm like, girl, how do you not know?
Because she's not a paleontologist.
But she knew every other dinosaur.
It's probably rare.
Okay.
So I think that's it for Owen and Claire for now.
Oh, they get like reunited though.
Oh yeah, they're reunited. They're fine.
I forget how. Oh, she's about to get attacked by that spiky one from the first movie. The one that like spits the toxic stuff.
Oh, that's later.
And then and then Owen saves her and they're reunited all together. Anyway, back to the ones we actually care about.
At this
Claire
point,
and Owen weren't that bad this movie. Like they were kind of Claire was kind of boring in the past, like in the first one at least.
I still don't understand. Was Claire a paleontologist or was she just
she's just a money hungry?
Okay.
Then she starts to care. I think it's like a Rebecca situation from Ted Lasso.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But back to Ellie and Alan.
But quickly, you want to show Macy just a little bit?
I don't remember what happens. You have to.
Macy winds up getting to Bison.
Right.
Dr. Wu is.
It is Wu, right?
I think it's Wu.
Continue talking. I'll let you know if we're wrong. Yeah, it's Henry Wu.
Dr. Wu is working for Bison now as well, and we find out that he created these bug things because I think we forgot to mention before, the bison crops are not being eaten by these bugs.
Yeah, only the non-bison seed is being eaten.
So
they're they want to be in control of everything.
Yes. So, but Dr. Wu has realized that something with the genetic makeup he didn't get right, and that's why like they're attacking.
Yeah, it's not even it's not even like they're attacking, it's they're eating everything that isn't bison. They're not having food.
Yes, and like the whole
food is like diminishing.
The whole human population could go extinct then because obviously we need food to live. So we find out from Dr. Wu and Macy meet in the Bison labs, and we find out that Macy wasn't actually genetically made up.
Well,
she was, but not the way we all thought she was in the second movie.
Yeah, we thought she was like basically cloned.
Yeah, like a carbon copy of her mom, but we thought her grandpa did that.
Which like technically she is a carbon copy, but like her mom was like one of like the smartest scientists ever. And she wanted a child, so she somehow got herself pregnant.
Yes. And she changed Macy's genetic makeup because she had some disease and she wanted Macy to live a longer life than her. Yes. So she changed Macy's genetic makeup to make sure that she could outlive what she did.
It is cool.
Yeah. And that somehow Dr. Wu needs to know how Macy's mom did that. Oh, what's her name? Charlotte.
Yeah, he needs to figure it. He needs like Maisie's DNA and then he needs Beta's DNA because they're two identical beings of their mothers.
Yes.
And like were created from basically nothing but the mother. Literally from nothing but the mother. Yeah. So he needs those DNA to understand what he did wrong and how to fix it. Because I think whatever he has to do, he has to fix it so they'll kind of like extinct themselves, the little bugs.
Yeah, I don't really know.
So much science.
There's a lot of science in this movie. Maybe that's what my brother was saying. If you're really into the genes and ecological warfare and stuff, you might like this movie.
Yeah, the book is so thick. It's probably this thick and it's tiny. Like it's a tiny little thing like this. So it's so thick. The words are so small. Yeah. It's a lot. Yeah. That's so. But yeah, then Maisie lets out Beta. And they run away.
Yeah. So now we have to go back to Ellie and Alan.
Hell yeah, we do. Okay. So then
Ellie and Alan are in Bison.
Yeah.
And they meet
Barry.
Barry?
Nope.
No, that was Barry.
Nope, that's the other guy. Ramsey.
And is Barry Steve Jobs?
Nope. Barry is the guy that was helping Owen in Malaysia.
Thank you. Okay, Ramsey and who's Steve Jobs?
Steve great question. Dodgson? Him?
Maybe.
I think it might be Dodgson. Dodgson. Some guy. We're just gonna call him Steve Jobs.
No.
Okay. I think it's Dodgson.
They meet at Bison and obviously it's like a huge honor for Ellie and Alan to be there, as it should be.
Yeah.
And Ian is teaching a class at Bison and they go into the classroom and they're all reunited and it's really cute. But from there,
Ian goes up to Ellie and like kind of pulls her aside and he can see that the camera isn't on filming. Yeah. So he's like, okay, here's what you're gonna do. Like, go down this level. You're absolutely right about everything. Something shady's going on. Here's a key card. This is how you get in. This is where you're gonna go. Get a sample. You're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
So then the other guy, Ramsey, is kind of their tour guide, and he's like, "Do you want to tour the facility on your own?" And they're like, "Yeah,
are we sure?
Can? Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Yeah, just meet back here in 30 minutes. Just don't go that way because that's the employees only kind of thing."
Yeah, I really thought they were gonna get caught here.
So did I.
Like, this seems a little too sketch.
Yeah. Like obviously, why tell them? They're obviously gonna go.
I know.
So that's what they do. They go. They use the key card and everything. And then they dress up in the hazmat suits and everything.
So they're trying not to be recognized.
It's so funny. They look ridiculous. It's amazing.
They do.
But watch 10 times. Yeah, so then they sneak into what are these bugs things called?
I don't even think they have a name.
Mosquitosauruses. So she like steals DNA from one of them and they get it, but then they were also told that any kind of minor disturbance will make these things swarm. What happened? Some kind of alarm goes off.
This is when
Maisie and Beta get away.
Yeah.
And they press a button that like sets off an alarm.
And they swarm.
Again, kind of funny.
Yeah, it is. It's just so dramatic. Laura Dern can make anything dramatic out of nothing. And it wasn't like super dramatic, but Laura Dern was going above and beyond to make it dramatic.
Yeah, they're trying to get out. They do get out.
Yeah.
And I think this is where they run into Macy.
Yes, they do. And Macy obviously recognizes them. Like, you guys are. And they're like, yeah, and we're gonna help you.
Yeah.
And they do.
Or do they notice her? Or do they recognize her? It's one of the ways.
Yeah, they find each other down.
Oh wait, I think she says she's like, my grandpa was friends with John Hammond.
Yes.
And obviously they know John Hammond.
Yeah. And I think it's revealed a little bit later that Ellie knows Charlotte from Charlotte came to one of her classes. And she said that she was
I think that's
smarter beyond anyone, and that
like the smartest person she's ever met.
And and that the only thing she ever wanted was a child. And I was like, stop, I fucking love that.
Yeah, they get out of there
through the little pod tunnel thing that Ramsey. Was that right, Ramsey?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm just trying to think of where you're going.
Yeah, no, they take a little pod to Ramsey.
Oh, right, yeah.
And the biased Steve Jobs dude can see the footage of Ellie and Alan in with the bugs. So he stops the pod in like some water chamber thing inside underground of Bison.
Did you skip a lot?
What did I skip?
I feel like that's farther in.
Well, they decide to go in the pod to escape.
But there's a point where they meet up with Ramsey again.
Oh. And you're right. You're right. It's
because Ramsey at one point like comes up and is like, "Oh, there you are," and they're like, "Oh, there you are. We didn't know if we had the right place. We thought you was okay," and they thought they were gonna get in trouble. And then
it's revealed that Ramsey told Ian all about this.
Yeah, he's like, "No, you're absolutely right about." He's like, "Did you get the sample?" And they're like, "What?" And he's like, "Did you get the sample?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, good. Come with me." And they're like, "Ian told you?" He's like, "No, I told Ian."
Yeah.
So then they all escape together.
Mm-hmm.
Ramsey does go with them in the pod, right? No, he doesn't. He stays.
He stays because he's trying to
hold up. No, Ian doesn't go either.
Ian's not there either.
Yeah.
So it's literally just Ellie, Alan, and Maisie.
Yeah.
Which is
that is, I wanted to follow them the entire time. Every time I kept switching back to like Owen and Claire, I'm like, yes, this is important, but I want to stay with them.
Yeah.
Because like, really, was it that important?
Whatever Claire and Owen were doing, no.
I mean, like, I guess it was to like ultimately find Maisie, but like, it's like an hour and a half, almost 2 of the movie of just them looking for Maisie. At one point, I looked at my watch and I'm like, there's only 40 minutes left and we're nowhere near wrapping this up.
Not at all.
Which again, we'll talk about when we get to the ending.
Yeah. So at this point then, this is when Steve Jobs shuts down the pod and they're
in an abandoned mine cave.
Thank you. It's an amber mine cave.
Oh, amber mines, because that's how they got the mosquitoes.
Oh my god, you didn't realize that.
No. I was blinded by my love for Laura and Sam.
Yeah, so they're in the amber mine caves and
they're like trying to get out. It's again funny, like the OG cast really brings the comedic relief.
They really do. Maisie's like, are you guys to get there? And they're like,
no. And then at one point,
like, are you sure?
Sam's like, is this safe? Alan is like, is this safe? And Ellie's like, yeah, there's just like a small chance for like dehydration, starvation, suffocation. She's like, but we'll be okay.
So funny.
I would love to be trapped in an amber mine with her. She made me feel so safe.
Right? She was so funny.
So funny. I didn't realize she was funny.
Yeah.
Like, Laura, I love you, but I just never have seen her in anything comedic, I don't think. Everything I've ever seen her in has been like dramatic.
The only comedy thing I know that she's in is the puppy episode on the Ellen Show, which I've only seen the scene.
I don't think I've ever gone through like her filmography, like Little Women, Twin Peaks, Wild at Heart, Jurassic Park 3, Blue Velvet, like nothing that's comedic. So like finding out that she had a really good comedic timing was really fun.
It's always nice to know that actors have that.
She was in Little Fockers. Who is she in Little Fockers?
She's probably somewhere down on the list.
Prudence.
I don't even know who that is.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what happened with Owen and Claire at this point. Are they still finding dinosaurs?
I think at this point, they, along with Kayla, I don't know.
Okay. We'll get to them in a second.
It follows Alan
Since
and Ellie for a while.
Okay, but we do need to touch on Ian because Ian's called into Steve Jobs' office.
Yeah.
We should really learn this dude's name.
I think it's Dodson.
Dodson's office, and he's like, "You're fired."
Yeah,
and
he finds out that they told them about all this.
Yes, and obviously Ramsey is like, "We're gonna help them, and you're going to take the keys to the Jeep, and you're gonna skirt on out of here, and you're gonna go find them."
Yeah.
So.
So then they find a ladder in the caves.
Yeah, they find a ladder in the cave.
And Alan is climbing up it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is fine." And he like goes to take the flashlight or something from Ellie and he puts it up and a fucking dinosaur jumps right out.
Full of dinosaurs.
Such a good jump scare though.
Sam literally jumped out of her seat.
Yeah. And I feel like I've like claimed so much. I'm like desensitized to jump scares now. They don't get me that bad. And then this one like full on launched me out of my seat.
Yeah. But there's a lot of dinosaurs in this mine thing. Which
what are they?
No, there's a lot. I
think it's just a shit ton of them.
Yeah, it's not just one.
But they're like deadly ones. Like they're not like nice little dinosaurs. They're deadly. They got teeth.
Any nice?
Yeah, brachiosauruses are nice, and the little leaping ones. They're pretty cute.
Okay.
Triceratopses are nice.
I don't really know. I never lived with dinosaurs.
I'm basing it by the movies. Obviously, I haven't either.
So they find their way to a gate and they see Ian's car come.
Yeah.
And they've been
trying to like get like this. I think they have themselves like kind of barricaded away from this dinosaur.
There's a mine cart.
Yeah.
And they get behind that and this dinosaur starts pushing the mine cart towards them. So they're trying.
They need a code to get out of the gate, which they don't have.
Yeah, Ramsey just gave him one of like the little bracelets to unlock things, and like clearly that doesn't fucking help here. But Ramsey is still.
This is again where we get like more hints that Ian is indeed a mathematician because he like looks at the gate code. And he's like, God, there's like 10,000 possible combinations. He's like, okay, let's try this one. He's like, no, okay, 9,000 something. It's just like random little things, and I'm just like, okay, I love this.
He's so funny. But obviously Ramsey's back in the control room and he sees the video footage, so he puts in the
but Ian thinks he got it right.
Yeah, Ian's so stupid.
Ian.
And they're free.
They're free. They get away.
Yes.
And then they all get
into the Jeep.
And
I think at this point it's like when they're all reunited. Almost.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, because they are Ian, Ellie, Alan, and Macy are all trying to run away and the dinosaurs are following them.
They're getting chased and then they end up
on a ledge.
Yeah. And then it tips. They go rolling. And then they end up, by chance, right where Claire, Owen, and Kayla are.
Yeah. And obviously cute little reunion. Yeah, and then cute. Owen and Claire are like, oh my God, you guys are
I don't even think it's that. I think they're just like, who the hell are these people? Are they like who kidnapped Maisie? And Maisie's like, they helped me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought of a line. What's the one line about the high voltage?
No. Okay, yeah. So I think it's Kayla. Is it Kayla or is it Ramsey? I think it's Ramsey.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's when Ellie and Alan first get to the biosin. And Ramsey is like,
oh, with the shock waves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, the way we get all the animals to herd is they have a little shock thing in their brain, and when we need them to get back to a place, we send a little shock. And Alan's like, isn't that a little cruel? He's like, do you not remember the voltage in Jurassic Park?
And Alan's like,
yeah,
I do.
Oh, it's when they're on the plane.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Alan definitely knows.
There was so many like parallels to the first one.
Yeah. Poor little Timmy.
Oh
he got launched.
Okay. Anyways, back to where we were. So they're all reunited, and once again, it's just a lot of dinosaur fighting again.
Yeah. I think this is where that big ass carnivore guy comes out.
Yeah, and they're
T-Rex comes too.
And they're just trying to escape for dear life.
Yeah.
And there's some random building in the middle of this all, and like it's obviously part of Bison. I don't really know where it is, but Oh, maybe it's to control the gates and stuff.
I think it might be.
Because Claire at one point says, like, oh, this is the same system we use at Jurassic World. Okay, so once again, a huge dinosaur fights. There's some points where you think Ian's gonna die.
Oh my god, no,
Claire's
I thought
gonna
he
die,
got eaten
Ellie's
at one
gonna
point.
die,
He like
yeah.
runs past and then all of a sudden you don't see anything. And I'm like, where'd he go? And he's there. He's fine.
Oh yeah, Ian.
None of them die.
No.
Which I was so worried about.
Yeah, that would have been really
I'm
good.
like, if you bring them back just to kill them.
I don't think they would.
I was really worried they were going to. Just there were so many close calls.
Yeah.
Like there's a close call with I think every single one of them.
Yeah, all of them had
At
at
one
least
point
a
I
close
thought
call.
Ellie was going and I was really gonna lose
in
my
that one
shit.
scene, 3 of them almost died.
Oh wait, this is a cute little scene when Ian's going to climb up the ladder and he slips and then you think he's about to fall, but Alan's like, I gotcha. And then you like share a look and it's just like, because they always had like a difference
Yeah.
of like everything. And then it's just like that little like sweet moment that's like, hey, no matter our differences, like I got you.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you the hell out of here. Yeah.
I don't really remember what goes on in this dinosaur fight. Besides the dinosaur fight. Nothing
That's
really
it.
dramatic. Okay.
I think the carnivore guy like gets the T-Rex
Yeah.
and then the T-Rex wakes up.
There's a lot of fighting between dinosaurs. Which I thought was very odd.
Yeah.
I didn't understand all the dinosaur fighting.
Because it's not even like they're just like fighting the humans, they're like fighting each other. Which like is fine.
Is it supposed to be like who's king of the jungle kind of
I
thing?
think so, because I think
Okay.
like normally you're just like, oh yes, most powerful dinosaur is the T-Rex, but like then this
one's
is like the biggest carnivore.
Okay.
Um,
Whatever. But anyway, so they wind up fighting off these dinosaurs, or the dinosaurs start fighting off each other and they run.
yeah, and then they get in the building.
And they're trying to figure out so they're trying to escape this island as one would.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
But Kayla doesn't have her plane.
No. We forgot that they let the bugs escape.
Okay, yeah. So
I don't know why they
there's
did
so
this.
much. It's because he was trying to cover his tracks. They do
Oh,
mention
okay,
that. They're
okay.
like, he's trying to cover his tracks. So Dodson, however you say his last name, Steve Jobs. He sets fire to all the little mosquitosauruses and lets them go. And this is the scene I was talking about that I said is really cool to me. And I thought this was going to be what they were going with. And they start falling from the sky and it looks like asteroids like falling down on the dinosaurs. And
I
I'm
said
like,
it looked like Max's scene in Stranger Things.
that too. But no, it looks like they're like asteroids coming down, which is like how the dinosaurs like were extinct the first time. I'm like, is this how they're gonna go?
Yeah.
And
It seems like parallels to the second movie with the volcano.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the first, like the original.
No,
first
Jurassic
second.
World Problem Kingdom.
But yeah, it's like a really, really cool shot. I like it a lot. Like it's like the only lighting in that scene really comes from the fiery bugs. And I really liked it. And I thought they were gonna keep going with that. They don't.
No.
But then at some point, so Kayla finds a helicopter, so she's about to go get the helicopter ready. And then for some reason they need to do something to turn off the power. But I can't remember what they have to do
for the air space thing, whatever it's called, ADA. Is it called? I don't remember. But apparently it takes all the power from the park to reboot that and to turn it back on. So they have to go try to turn all the power back off and then turn it back on.
And Claire and Ellie go.
Yeah.
I was so worried here. I was very nervous.
Where does everyone else go?
Maisie, I believe, is with Owen and Maisie's with Alan and Owen. Ian and
they're trying to find Beta.
Is Ian just alone? Ian's with Ramsey. Ramsey's with them at this point.
Yeah, they're trying to find the ADA.
So they're in there. They're walkie-talkieing Ellie and Claire
through everything, which is obviously a parallel to the first.
One,
movie.
and she's like even like turning off the things.
Yeah, with this human's funny. He's like, third from the top, third from the bottom. What's the difference? And Ellie's like, you have to be specific. And then Ramsey's like, it's the one that says E1.
And Claire and Ellie just like share a look. They're like,
yeah.
Yeah. But that they turn off the power and they're like, okay, this is fine.
And then it turns back on.
It turns back on. And so Claire like beats the shit out of it, so it just like breaks and it can't turn back on.
But there's bugs.
I was gonna say then the bugs come.
The bugs
This
come
happens,
before this. Yeah.
And if you've ever wanted to see Laura Dern tase a bunch of mosquitoes, this is your movie.
Yeah.
It's amazing. She's literally just like,
yeah.
It's amazing. Also, just a brief thank you to whoever did the wardrobe, because her outfits in this movie are so good.
So good.
Like, so good. I would wear every single one.
The one outfit.
I know you didn't like the one.
No, it was the jacket.
It was the
when
jacket.
she took the jacket off, I was like, it's fine.
It didn't match.
But so they wind up shutting off the power because Claire gets an axe and literally just starts chomping away.
Yeah.
And they get the thing rebooted and everything's fine.
And while that was happening, we kept flipping between. But Alan, Maisie, and Owen are looking for Beta.
And they wind up
They do find
him.
He's like kind of like fucking around with them.
Yeah, and it's cute though because Macy becomes the raptor.
Yeah, he's about to like attack and Macy's like, no, stop.
Look at me.
Look at me.
And then Alan helps, and it's like, oh, stop. It's really cute.
It's very cute.
And so they wind up trying Beta in the neck, just like with a sedative.
Yeah, just to knock him out. And Owen's like, sorry, little guy. Yeah. I promised I'd bring you back to your mother.
Yeah, and then there's
because Owen makes a promise to Blue, because Blue like is about to attack once he finds out that like when she finds out that Beta's been taken, and Owen's like, hey, I'll bring her back
because
Claire's like, what is her issue? And he's like, she just lost a child too.
Yeah.
The fact that they can make me this emotional over a freaking raptor.
And it's really funny too, because when they come back with Owen has Beta on his back, and Ian's like, do you have a dinosaur strapped to your back? And he's like, yeah.
But at this point, Kayla's bringing in the helicopter, and she's like, I'm about to land it. And they're like, no, you can't land it there. And she's like, the valley's full. And they're like, no, the dinosaurs are being herded in. You can't go there. And then she like nearly hits a dinosaur because they're being brought in at this point.
Yeah, at this point, they send off those signals in their head to come herd back to
headquarters. Or wherever.
And why did they do that again?
I think it's because the bugs are flying down.
Okay.
I don't really know.
Sure. Can the bugs kill dinosaurs? Did I miss that?
I don't think so. Maybe just because they were on fire. Oh, because the entire place around them catches on fire because of the bugs.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming that's why they bring them in.
Okay.
And then this is where I thought they were gonna die.
Yeah.
Because they almost don't make it on the helicopter. Like they're all like trying to get to the helicopter, but the T-Rex comes in.
Yeah.
And then the other giant dinosaur comes in, and they're fighting in the way.
I think a raptor comes in then too.
Yeah.
That's a whole lot.
So like raptor comes in and is like fighting, and we think the T-Rex is dead, and the T-Rex wakes back up and they kill the dinosaur.
Yeah, I got really confused because I thought they killed the other one. The carnivore.
I think they do kill him.
They do, but I thought that's the one that was playing dead.
Oh no. Yeah, then they all do get on the helicopter.
And they all leave. And I don't know how they fit 7 people in a helicopter.
No. Yeah, then is that no wait, then Dodson dies in the same way as the guy from the first movie.
Oh right, Dodson,
which is funny because they both were like destructing the park.
Wait, so my brother was saying something about this. He had the original shaving cream bottle from the first movie.
I did notice that, but I don't know what.
I don't remember why. My brother was like, they had to recast Dodson because apparently the actual actor is a child predator, and I was like, what?
But I don't. What is the significance?
I don't even think anyone wrote an article about this yet.
The shaving cream bottle? Jurassic World Dominion. Because yeah, it is the same, and you can tell it's the same because it's like very beaten up. A bottle of shaving cream in the first film.
Oh my god, wait, no, that's him. They just had to get a different actor.
Holy shit, maybe this did come full circle.
This dude's only in like 5 seconds of the movie, though. The original.
What did he want?
He wanted the DNA for the dinosaurs. This might make more sense.
Hold on, maybe this movie just got really good.
Thank you. Shout out to my brother who was.
Why wasn't he here?
I know.
Eric, we need you.
Okay, So Dodson is in the original movie.
Okay, it says Dennis. It was trying to sneak out embryos for Dodson.
Oh my god, this makes so much more sense now. Maybe I bumped up 1 star. This is a 3.5 movie.
Thank you.
Still,
They could have spelt that out better.
Yeah.
No one is going to remember a guy that was in the movie for 5 minutes.
I'm
Not
sure
even
the hardcore Jurassic Park fans might.
Did he have
My brother remembered.
We just watched it the other night.
No, because I don't really pay attention to that.
No. This movie's making
Wait,
now.
is his name Lewis in this movie?
Probably. I'm actually kind of flabbergasted. That's incredible, actually.
Oh my god, employee of Bison, CEO of Bison. Oh my god, Bison was around in the first movie? Sam, we might have to watch and we can learn it. So
do you want to go rewatch Jurassic World Dominion? We'll come back and finish this.
We call ourselves Jurassic Park fans.
We're like, oh my god, people would be so shocked to find out that we 2 girls love Jurassic Park. Meanwhile, we missed this entire thing and have been shitting on it.
Okay, this makes a lot more sense.
I would like to say I have been a defender of this since we walked out of the theater. You were the one with doubts.
Because I was like, this makes 0 sense. Why would they do this?
They needed to spell that out way more.
Way better.
They needed to be like, oh, he knew Nedry. And if I had heard Dennis Nedry, I would have been like, okay, this makes sense. That makes it even more brilliant the way he dies, though. He dies exactly like Dennis.
Oh my god.
What's
Colin
Trevorrow? I'm so sorry for anything we have said during this podcast. This movie is amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend. 5 stars all around the board.
He makes his return 29 years later in Jurassic World Dominion as the CEO of Bison with mysterious ambitions.
Wow. I do still think this would have worked better as the second movie, though.
I still think so, but now it makes more sense.
They could have done that instead of the whole sending the dinosaurs to the rich.
Yes.
That would have made a lot more sense than having
because it would have connected more.
The dinosaur and the rich thing, it's just fun. It makes no sense with this one now.
Yeah, no, it makes no sense. Absolutely, literally none. And people upset that like this does not connect to the second movie.
No, it doesn't connect to the second one. Now feels like a standalone. This feels like the second movie.
Yeah, definitely. I'm still like a little mind blown.
Flabbergasted.
Yeah. Okay, let's just finish up the rest of the movie and then we'll discuss our thoughts.
Yeah.
So they wind up getting off the island. Obviously, there's a whole entire dinosaur population still. And they decided they're leaving Bison as a sanctuary for the dinosaurs, which once again, I'm still really confused about the pterodactyls and how they're not going to be flying around the world.
I don't understand how that's going to happen. Can we also talk about okay. So we were waiting for this the entire movie. I've been waiting for this my entire life. I feel like I was born for this. Let me get comfy. So they get off the plane. They're like ready to like go home.
Yeah.
And Ellie's like, I forget where she said she's going.
I think she's going back.
She's going somewhere.
I have the scene saved.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
No. She's like, do you want to come or are you gonna go back to your dig? And he's like, no, Ellie, I'm coming with you. And she kisses him. I got my endgame. I almost screamed in the theater. I think I literally just clapped. People clapped as they should. I was like flabbergasted. I actually didn't even see like the full clip until this morning when you found it on TikTok because I was like just in like blind panic over it.
It was good.
I was waiting for it.
Laura Dern went in.
She went in. I don't know if we're allowed to show the clip, but it is on TikTok. You can find it. We're not going to show it because
I'll post it in a week from now. Yeah, because then no spoilers for the first week, and then after the first week,
this is why this is going up because we are recording this the day after we saw it.
Yeah,
the day it is like
it technically released. Came out.
But spoiler wise, we're not gonna do it, but it's so cute.
It's so good.
It was so cute.
I wish this happened in the second Jurassic World, just so I could have had more of them. But
now give me Jurassic Universe.
Technically,
Jurassic Park in space. But no, it was really sweet. And you can just like see Maisie also in the corner. She's just like kind of like smiling at them because she like thought they were together, but they weren't. Because she at one point she had asked them, she's like, "Do you guys have kids?" And Ellie's like, I have two.
He does.
And she's like, "You don't have them together?" And they're like, "No." But like the hints were there the entire movie.
Yeah.
The entire movie, like he would like hug her. He'd like grab her back.
There was at one point where we thought they were going to start kissing.
I forget what it even was. It was early on.
Yeah, it was really early. It was probably like early mid movie.
Yeah. And it's like, because they like do something and he's like kind of like looking at her like this and they're like both standing there, kind of like just like an awkward thing, and then they get
maybe it's when they escape from the bugs and Macy interrupts them.
That is it. Maisie cockblock.
But Macy is rooting for them. She's like,
okay, but we could have got the kiss sooner. It is when they do that. They're on top of each other. They're next to each other. They're like laying. It's like a proposal situation. They like roll out of there and she's like laying and they kind of like look at each other.
Yeah.
And they're like just lingering there, and then Maisie comes out.
So, but
I can't wait to see this again, but it's gonna be so painful just sitting through those 2 hours.
But now that we actually know what the movie's about, maybe it'll
be really good. That is really brilliant. I just wish they had spelled that out. We'll talk about it.
But
anyway.
Okay, so yeah, the dinosaurs are being kept in Italy as a sanctuary, but there's still dinosaurs out in the world because Ellie
some of them like stayed in the woods. Some of them just like
are in the woods, but Ellie and like Alan are in like Washington DC, and there's a girl in the background playing with a little dinosaur.
I think like the big like scary ones are stuck. But you can also see like the Triceratops is walking with the elephants, and that's how it ends. Actually, that's the last shot.
Yeah, it is.
But then there's horses running next to the Gallimimus. Sure. Are they Gallimimus? I think that's from the first one.
But why are Ellie and Alan there?
They're going in to finish. Ellie says she's like, let's finish this, and they go in to like deliver like one last speech because I think it's at the university Ian's teaching at or something like that. And over the news you hear Ellie or Dr. Statler, Grant, and Malcolm give a statement on this. It's something. They're there to just basically like say like this is what's going on, this is what's happening.
Okay, so like there's no solution. Like dinosaurs are
no, they're just gonna let you look
at them,
cool. Which kind of feels lazy, but
yeah, no, people did say that too, where the ending kind of felt
half-assed. It's 10 minutes. The ending is 10 minutes long, basically. That's pretty much it.
Is that really?
To wrap it all up, yeah. That's I think that because it basically starts when they get off the plane, when that kiss happens. That's like the last 10 minutes, basically.
Right. Oh, Owen, Claire. Oh, Beta's reunited with Blue. How did we forget about that?
Because we didn't get there yet. we didn't even say that Claire, Owen, and Maisie all go home. They're fine.
They're still in Nevada, in the middle of the woods, which I feel like they could come out now because I think Maisie's
but they've made it a home now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Beta and Blue are reunited.
At first, I'm like, is Blue just not here anymore? Like, did Blue die? Because she takes a moment to come out.
She does.
But then they're reunited. It's really cute. And then like Beta kind of like does like a double take at Maisie. And then they go off. But then there's like a second, and Owen's about to get back in the truck. Maybe they are leaving then. No, they just drop him off in the woods somewhere. Anyway, but Owen's about to get back in the truck, and this is where I started to cry a little bit. Like Blue like comes back and like makes a note, like does this little call at Owen. And there's just like a little thing. They kind of just like they don't both smile at each other. Owen smiles at Blue
because like Blue's like a child to Owen. Like
Blue's basically
they've been Owen's together for
since Blue was born.
Yeah,
I had goosebumps talking about it. It's fine.
It seems really cute.
Yeah, it got me a little emotional because like the entire Jurassic World series kind of revolves around Owen and Blue.
Yeah,
like the whole second one was them saving Blue, and now they're saving Blue's baby. And then just that like little scene, and then Blue runs off, and it's just like, you saved my baby. Thank you. I love this movie, man.
Yeah,
I love dinosaurs.
Basically. But yeah, that was the whole movie.
Yeah, then we
definitely skipped some parts because
there was it's 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
You Can't expect.
That's like what a mob mafia movie is, like 2.5 hours. Like,
isn't that how long The Godfather is?
Godfather's
This is my
pushing
Godfather.
3.
This is my Godfather.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just.
Wait, this is sad though because the Stranger Things finale is about 2 hours.
Also my Godfather.
So my opinion is they're going to change a little bit now.
I still like it. Maybe
No,
I bump it up.
okay. So,
I think now that I know it, I might give it a 4 when I go see it again.
okay. So I
wanted to give it 4 immediately after I left the theater.
Yeah,
I really just need to go with my gut, but I gave it a 3.5 this morning after sleeping on it.
I gave it a 2.5 immediately last night.
You shouldn't have done that. You should have slept on it.
Well, I did sleep on it and I still felt a 2.5, but after this, I'm bumping it up to 3.5.
We just thought we weren't recording with sound, so brief intermission. We're good.
We're good.
We forgot to mention Henry
Wu.
Sorry. Henry Wu comes with them. But like Malcolm is just like, oh no, not this guy again. Like he doesn't want to bring them. He doesn't want to bring him. But Maisie's like, no, it's okay. It's okay. Like I'm down to give him my DNA because Wu is like, if I just have her DNA, if I have Beta's DNA, we can figure this out. It'll be fine. And he does. I still don't really get what he's trying to do. Does he just fix it a little bit so they're not like as destructive?
I guess so. But like I don't even understand how like that fixing one would fix them all.
I think he said it's like mob mentality kind of thing, like a herd kind of thing. It'll just like influence the others. I don't really know.
Sure. Whatever.
But that's the end of the movie.
Yeah. So we said before that Sam gave it a 3.5. I immediately gave it a 2.5. I will be bumping it up to 3.5 now.
They still should have made this the second movie.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense with Fallen Kingdom. Fallen Kingdom feels like a standalone piece now.
Definitely.
The first like half hour fits, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything after that doesn't.
Yeah, and I really don't like how it was about the bugs. Like it just, that part didn't make sense at all. If it wasn't,
it makes sense now. But they needed to spell that out more.
No, I don't even think the bugs parts make sense. If Bison's just trying to like make sure like that they rule the world doesn't make sense. If Bison and the dinosaurs and maybe like trying to come up with new breeds of dinosaurs, I think that would have been better.
That's true, actually.
I felt like that could have been more destructive, definitely.
Well, we saw like the one they made in Jurassic World. The Indominus Rex.
Yeah.
Is
that what one of them was? No, they never remade him again, right?
No.
Okay. So I feel like if
they made they made an Endoraptor.
Okay.
Whatever that was.
And especially since now we know that dude was Dutch and then had embryos.
They really needed to spell that out. Like, yes, even if you're a diehard fan, you may know him, but it's such a brief scene and so much goes on in the first movie. You can very easily forget that. And just like zooming in on one shaving cream might not entirely loop that all together. Like we noticed it because like it's a big thing.
Yeah.
But like I'm just like I don't understand the significance.
Why? Yeah. And especially because that's like the one thing he grabbed when he left. He was like he made sure he wanted. I still don't really get
the significance behind it.
I guess the embryos are still in there.
Right, that's a storage can.
Yeah.
I'm like I know it's not actually shaving cream.
Yeah. No, well it is, but still also short.
Yeah.
So
I think with that knowledge, it's better, but it still needed to be a middle thing because I don't like how rushed the ending was.
Yeah.
You cannot wrap up a series like this in 10 minutes.
Especially wrapping up kind of the original Jurassic Park as well.
Yeah.
Because this is the first movie that Jeff, Laura, and Sam have all been in together since the first one.
They've all made pop-ins like throughout the series.
But never together as the iconic trio that they are. The iconic throuple that they are.
Like, I also just don't think you can wrap up dinosaurs coexisting with the world in 10 minutes. And it was such a half-assed reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, maybe that's going to be a sanctuary for them now. What about the ones who can fly? What about the ones who can swim? Actually, we did see the one swimming with whales and stuff, but I'm just like, they're predators. They're the top of the food chain. This isn't going to go well. But then again, I don't know how they were ever going to extinct them.
Yeah.
I think Fallen Kingdom just needed to be like Axe. It just needs to be its standalone one.
Mm-hmm.
And they needed a third one after this. Or fourth one, I guess. But
if they added a little bit more of us coexisting together with dinosaurs, I think it might have.
I think that they had trimmed a lot of the Malaysia stuff off.
Yeah.
Because that was so long for no reason. Yes, it was important. Like we needed to see a little bit of it so that we could meet Kayla. We could like see like the girl looks like Aquafina, who I can't remember the name of. But like we didn't need almost an hour of that.
Especially also they talked about poachers in the beginning, and then poachers were axed halfway through the movie.
Yeah, like they introduced a lot of things and then axed them, but they had already taken up so much time. And then it was just like, okay, so I don't know what we're supposed to do now. Yeah. Like when we like hit at one point, I'm like, okay, this has like maybe 20 minutes left. And I'm like, they're still in the middle of this action. Yeah. What are they going to do? Yeah, I don't think it's the worst ending they could have done.
It could have been better though.
Yeah. Like you had 4 years to think of an ending.
Well, not really. They started filming this before COVID, and then COVID shut it down.
True. But like still, they probably had this plan from the beginning. Yeah. And there wasn't more they could like add to it.
I know. You know, I was also thinking, I was like, did they really travel to all these countries? I also wondered that for Stranger Things, but Stranger Things, but they were in like Lithuania, Millie said.
Jeez.
I know. Yeah, it just.
I'm still sticking with my 3.5 star.
I'll bump mine up to 3.5. I can't go any higher than that.
I really want to see it again and then see how I feel about it, because that's how I felt about Scream. I left Scream and I'm just like, I'm very disappointed. And then I saw it again. I'm like, okay, I can appreciate it now more after the shine of having the new characters wears off. Yeah. Because that's exactly kind of the situation here. I was more looking forward to Gail and Sydney and Dewey, that I didn't care about anything else, and I just wanted them. And I think that's how I felt going into this. Although I do like the other characters too. Just I was obviously more excited to have Ellie and Alan, and
which I still think they got better screen time than
they got so much screen time, especially maybe not Malcolm. Yeah. But Ellie and Alan, I think, got a shit ton of screen time, as they should. Yeah. They are like the smartest people.
Really? I mean,
also they're the only ones who are like actual paleontologists. Owen's just like a raptor trainer.
Yeah, apparently Owen was in the Navy, which I never knew.
So like it makes sense that they actually had more screen time.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'll bump mine up to 3.5 with the knowledge that now I have, and I now want to go rewatch the first one just so like, because did they really say bison? Like, or was that?
Do you want to go watch that scene?
Yeah, I could just go rewatch.
We don't need to watch the full movie.
No. Oh, I wasn't planning on watching. Okay, really, just the one scene. But here, let's see what my brother said, because he
like stated it like immediately after we walked out of the theater, and I'm just like, neither of us listened to him. It was like midnight though.
Yeah, it was like 12:30 in the morning. But no, he did say something about Dodgson, and I was like, but I don't. But
he said something about him being like recast, and I'm just like, oh, did they recast this guy? Because she's like, that's why you got such a brutal death, and I'm like, this guy like in the movie currently was a bad guy. What? Like that's what I thought he was talking about, not that the guy in the original.
Yeah. So. Okay, so this is what my brother said. My brother said, I feel like I enjoyed Dominion more than most because the story is very Christian. Is that how you pronounce it? Christian. Which you said that the book is very sciencey, and this was pretty sciencey as well. And he said it's a lot of themes from the original book. I asked him if he wants to come on the podcast, but he's out right now. He's like, just mention it's very in line with the original book with the gene therapy and ecological warfare.
So it's very in line with the genealogy and the international warfare.
Yeah. So, which I
wish he had come on the podcast though, because I think we would have caught on to this a little more.
He would have been so helpful. He's actually very smart if I actually listened to it.
No, I could hear him and his girlfriend like talking about the movie. He's like kind of like explaining little things to her. I'm like, smart.
Yeah, no, he is.
I'm like, you're a nerd. I like this.
Yeah, he is a nerd. Oh my god, he's home. Eric!
It took us so long to figure out this movie.
Yeah, we didn't realize Bison was mentioned in the first movie.
Yeah.
You see, come sit down, Eric. Quickly.
What?
Just your thoughts and opinions on Jurassic World movie.
I don't know. I liked it. I thought I got a lot more out of it because I read the book, the original book off the movie, and I just felt that it was kind of cut from the same cloth as the book. A lot of with the genetic engineering stuff and like the bug stuff and the famine stuff. It's all very Michael Crichton, and I think he would have been proud of the movie if he was still around, because it did feel like they actually had more of an effort to match the book. When I'd say the last two Jurassic World movies felt very distant from it, especially the Fallen Kingdom one. That one felt like the furthest from it. Yeah.
Thank you, Eric. We finally realized yesterday when you said that they had to recast Dotson. We didn't realize he was in the first movie.
You know, the movie feels a lot smarter now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel stupid.
Just gonna hide the shirt now.
Yeah. We're not fans anymore. We can't call ourselves fans. This is now just we only watch Jurassic Park apparently for Laura Dern. Apparently we don't understand anything.
No, apparently we really don't.
Women for Laura Dern's butt, apparently. That's all this is.
No, for real. Y'all, just if someone posts it, if someone can find it illegally.
It's like the first scene she's really in.
Yeah. I'm like, oh.
No, we literally looked at
It's
it.
like, when did her butt get so good? I don't think she really wears jeans. No, she doesn't.
She doesn't. She
wears
doesn't.
pants.
She wore jeans in the first movie. She doesn't wear jeans at all in this. They're like slacks, and they're
I
like
know.
higher up, so they kind of like lift.
Yeah, I need to know them
They're
because they would be
nice.
great work bands.
Laura Dern, if you're watching this, which you probably totally are, or Jeff Goldblum, Sam Neill, one of you just like text her and ask,
Yeah.
what style pants were those? Where can we get them? Will they break my bank?
Yeah. Can you find the dupe for us? Thank you.
Do you have anything else? I feel like, was there anything else we wanted to say?
No, I just feel really stupid right now.
I know.
If I'm being completely honest.
Maybe we could do another review at a later date.
Yeah.
If you guys want another video. We should have watched a review on it, and maybe that would have helped us out.
Are there reviews right
Maybe
now?
we should have discussed it with your brother, apparently.
Apparently.
There is a review. This one guy I follow, he's been doing reviews for each of the movies this week, and then he just did one for
this one.
Fallen or Dominion that I just haven't watched yet.
Yeah.
Still think it should have been a second movie, like a middle movie.
Yeah.
Still feel like there should be another one after this.
I know. I'm kind of sad.
I'm not ready.
They keep talking about wrapping up the franchise. I was like, do we have to? Do we have
I'm
to?
not ready to say goodbye to
No.
them.
Like Star Wars has how many movies?
I want a spin-off. I would actually watch a full spin-off of Ellie doing her paleobotany.
That'd be cool.
I think it's interesting. Kind of.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, but like.
Oh no, me either.
But yeah. I think that's it.
I think that it's it.
I feel so stupid.
Yeah, I do
like
too.
I'm shy.
We were showing off our dinosaurs, our pins, our shirts before, and now it's like
Maybe we're just dinosaur fans. We're not Jurassic Park fans, apparently.
apparently.
No, we're Jurassic Park fans.
Yes.
Maybe we're not Jurassic World fans.
But we still didn't even catch the bison in the first movie.
It's such a short scene.
I know.
We were literally talking about it the other night. We're like, sometimes we skip this part. I often
You skip it.
you
don't.
said you skip it.
No, I don't.
Yes,
I
you
never skip
did.
anything.
You said you fast forwarded sometimes.
Sometimes I just fast forward to the scene where they first see the dinosaur, but I don't just fast forward to like that one scene.
That's what I meant.
Oh.
That
I thought
you
you
fast
just
forward past that scene.
Okay, I thought you just meant the one scene.
That's what I know.
No, I fast forward to where Ellie is like.
Yeah, I often go to like where they're on the ride and they like. Oh wait, no, I do go where
Where
when
they
they
see
land
the
on
dinosaur.
the island.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just too much science.
Oh, but we also have discussed. So Charlotte's not in the first movies, correct?
No.
Which I feel like that would.
Although maybe she might. Hang on.
I feel like it'd be so cool if she was.
Is Charlotte Lockwood in Jurassic Park.
I guess not.
Charlotte Lockwood, Jurassic Park wiki. Picture. Yeah, okay, no, she's not.
I feel that would have been cool.
That would have been really cool.
Or even if she was like,
I wish she was Lex.
The
little girl
from the first one. Yeah, no, that's what I was just about to say.
I think that would have been better.
But then it also kind of ties in with Lockwood and his name Hammond. He had his grandchildren and Lockwood didn't. But also it would have made sense if Lockwood was in the first movie as well.
Was he in the first one?
I don't think he was.
Like, yeah.
Just tie it in a little bit better.
I don't think he was. No, just mentioned stuff. Okay. Now I'm like second guessing.
Yeah,
like, was this person in the first one? Yeah, I'm very excited to see it again now.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm seeing it Sunday.
I don't think I can get anyone else to go see it with me again.
Do you want to go see it again tonight?
Yeah, spend that money.
I got one more day. I'll pay. I'd actually be so down to see it. Anyway, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think so. What are we doing next week? Oh, I don't have to sell.
Oh yeah, next week.
Oh no, that's a special.
We have to record
feature.
that.
A 2-week feature.
You'll be getting 2 episodes when this comes out.
Yeah.
You'll be getting this one, and then you'll be getting a DILF episode, I think, on Sunday, if we film it.
We could do it Tuesday while you're in Canada, or we could do just fuck Mary Kill.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do a bracket because a lot of times we don't stand men. Lately, we have been.
Yeah. But if
it might be an F Mary Kill, maybe not kill. Maybe like
Mary.
We could just do
Divorce.
Would you rather?
Yes, that'd be perfect. Very fitting for Father's Day. Just being honest.
Meanwhile, we both have happily married parents.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
But I also always root for the affair and things, and that always leads to divorce. So
we could just do a whole episode about like our really weird opinions on things and how we really root for the affairs.
We actually could.
Anyway, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's all we got to say.
Yeah.
So I'm so embarrassed. Okay. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Enter the Fangirls. You can keep up with us on social media. Our Instagram and YouTube is Enter the Fangirls, and our Twitter is Enter Fangirls.
Make sure you follow us wherever you listen to your podcast, and we can't wait for you to listen to our next week's episode.
We don't know anything anymore.
Once again, I'm Lexie.
I'm Sam, and this has been Enter the Fangirls.